today I'm going to be talking about incorporating Celtic music into your wedding ceremony. You could be planning a wedding that is purely Irish or Celtic themed. Maybe you're having an outdoor wedding and you think that folksy music would kind of be a nice touch, or a harp or a fiddle. And in either case, I thoroughly support your decision. And I'm hoping to give you a couple suggestions of some Irish songs that are my favorite and can work. The first thing you should know is that there are tons of glorious Celtic pieces that would work wonderfully for your ceremony. So whether you have an idea of songs you want or you have no idea whatsoever, those are both great starting blocks. I would suggest asking whatever Irish musician you've booked for their suggestions as well, because even if you think you know the perfect Irish song, it's always nice to hear other people's favorites too, and you never might know if you come up with a new favorite. So first I'm going to play a couple songs that might work well if you're having a mother's or grandmother's processional at the beginning of your wedding. This is kind of a take it or leave it part of the ceremony, so if this isn't in your program, don't panic. And also any of these songs can be used elsewhere, so if you hear one, it can also be used for bridesmaids or the bride or during the ceremony. So this first one I'm going to play is actually a Welsh song, but it's very, very popular. This one is called The Ash Grove, but it's also used a lot in church for hymns. So it can also work if you're looking for an instrumental hymn in your wedding. Another great song, and also another one that is used as a hymn, is the Irish tune Benessin, which is also known as Morning Has Broken. So I'll play a little of that. And then a third one, just to give you another idea, this one is called Simple Gifts, and it's actually an early American tune, but it has a lot of Celtic crossover, so this might be another fun one to put in. It was also used extensively in Lord of the Dance, so another good reason to put that one in there. So you have the mothers or grandparents seated, and then your next song you would pick is one for your bridal party. So again, you can go with a lot of tones for this. Some people like something very stately or soft. Some people like something a little more playful or driving. So it's really can be a variety of styles. You can also use a longer piece that goes for the bridal party into the bride and just have a swell in the music, or you can do two separate songs. I always like two separate songs because then it's very clear when the music's changed and the bride is coming down the aisle, and then you also get to sneak an extra song in. So a couple of my favorites for bridesmaids, here's an O'Carolan piece called She Began Shamor. So that is a lovely one. Another great song is the Sky Boat Song. So this is a very classic piece. It's got some beautiful words as well. A little melancholic, but if you use the melody, it works out just fine. And this one is also from the TV show Outlander, so that can be a good pick if you're an Outlander fan. And then I'm going to play a third one for you. So this is a type of Irish piece known as a slip jig. So it's going to have a little bit more lift and movement, but this might be a fun one for your bridal party, or if you have a lot of kids in your wedding, it might be fun for the flower girl and the ring bearer. So this one is called the Snowy Path. All right, so now you've reached the big one. This is the bridal processional. So you might have a very good idea of what Irish song you want here. But a couple I like, a great one is Red is the Rose, and this also has a Scottish crossover as Wild Mountain Thyme. So there's kind of two versions of this song you can do. So you can either play it Red is the Rose style, or you might know this version. So that's a really awesome one to walk into. Another really good one is called the Gentle Maiden, so I'll play a little bit of that. And then a third one, this one also has kind of two versions you can do. This one is called Mari's Wedding, which is beautiful, and the words have to do with a wedding. So if you're really a stickler for making everything match, this is the song for you. Another spot that you might want to incorporate a song in your wedding is if you're doing a unity ceremony. And a lot of times the Celtic ceremony is a hand fasting. So a great tune for a hand fasting, and one I pretty much use all the time, is called Give Me Your Hand. And this is another one. It can go really slow or more quickly, so you could also use this for a recessional potentially. And you can also have background music through your whole ceremony, just ambient, either tunes or just Celtic sounding music. So, be sure to explore all the opportunities that you could fit music into your wedding. And speaking of recessionals, we're kind of up to that last point in your wedding. So usually the recessional is going to be an upbeat piece of music, and the Irish jig is a great fit for this. So a very popular Irish jig is called Haste to the Wedding, and it actually fits into a set of jigs: Haste to the Wedding, Off She Goes, and My Darling Asleep. So you could even have that whole set as your recessional going into the guests leaving. So there's your really Celtic option. If you remember Mari's Wedding from earlier, you can also play that faster, as I mentioned. So here's the upbeat version. And then if you want something a little bit more laid back, O'Carolyn again has some great sprightly ones that have more of a classical feel. So this first one I'm going to do is called O'Carolyn's Concerto. So I'll play a little of this. It's got a very classical kind of feel to it, but still also Celtic. And then finally I'm going to play another O'Carolyn tune. This one is called Planxty Fanny Power. So this one is a beautiful Irish tune in 6/8. So again, a little bit more on kind of the gentler side of recessionals. So there's a wealth of Irish music and Celtic music out there that would be great for your wedding, and I could really do a part 2 and a part 3 and a part 4 to this video and just kind of go on and on of different types of tunes that would work well. But please feel free to contact me if you have questions about Irish music for your wedding, or you can comment with some of your favorite Irish tunes and maybe they will make a part 2 of this video. Thanks so much. Bye.